Welcome, welcome, everyone. So, uh, earlier, earlier tonight, um, I was actually on in the chat of Cracking Cases. Great people, and I love being in their chat because their chat are amazing people, very kind people, um, very Christian people, and I, even though I'm not a religious person, I very much respect that. And it reflects in their chat. It very much reflects in their chat. Um, now, okay, Gigi Petro, I don't know if he actually has a firearm. From Jonathan Lee Rich's tweet, uh, he tweeted that it was a flare gun. I got a report that he tweeted that he shot a flare gun at them. So, I mean, now a flare gun in the woods, I don't know if that's such a good idea, but and I'm not laughing because I think that it's funny. Because I don't think this thing is funny at all. I think the behavior of these idiots is funny, because if we can't laugh at this, then you know it's going to drive me crazy. You know what I mean? If there's not something to laugh at when it comes to this despicable behavior between these four people that consist of the Scooby Boob gang, as I like to refer to them, uh, you know, and yes, I did enjoy the show with Josh. Thank you for asking. I didn't get to stay the whole time, but yeah, Josh is doing good things. But I feel like I called this. I feel like I've said more than once that. Hold on, sorry. I feel like I've said more than once that that this is something that they've been asking for. Now, do I justify someone being shot at? Do I justify anybody being shot? That's an interesting question, but in this instance, no. Do I think that they deserve to be shot? No, of course not. What's up, Cracking Cases? Actually, let me do something real quick here. There we go. All right. Cam and Ali are now moderators for my channel. Now, and Cherry's in here quick. I didn't even let anybody know that I was going live. So that's refreshing. But we're going to go over the video in just a second. But something more, in my opinion, something more interesting happened. And it's only because nobody actually got hurt. Nobody got hurt. If somebody got hurt, that's exactly what the focus would be on. But dude, yeah, man, of course. You're amazing. But see, and anybody who lives in the South would understand that. And this is something that I've been saying this entire time. And I apologize. This is impromptu. I did not prepare for this. I just got the footage, and I'm going to share it with you guys. But I don't condone any type of violence at all whatsoever. But I have been known to say, and I stand by it, that when you provoke potentially violent people, you don't get to complain about violence being inflicted on you. You just don't. You don't claim to be a victim. And I don't know if that's the case yet. I haven't heard anything. I've just seen this footage. I'm going to go over this footage real quick. I don't think this is going to be a very long live.
Hey, Don Wells. Don Wells and Candace Wells.
Now you see that they just came back to provoke more, because make no mistake, what they are doing right now, the exact thing that they are doing right now, are provoking. They're absolutely provoking. And they have been provoking. And the only reason they came to Tennessee was to provoke. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Where's Summer Wells? Where's Summer Wells, Don? Don Wells. Where's Summer? We're here.
Understand something. These people are perfectly aware of the fact that Don Wells has issues with alcohol. He consumes alcohol. Now, whether he does it habitually or whatever, I don't know. That's not, I don't know. I just know that I've personally seen evidence of Don Wells consuming alcohol on more than one occasion, where I look at him and I go, that dude is definitely intoxicated. Now, if I'm somebody who's trying to get answers, and I've said this before, if I'm somebody who's genuinely trying to get answers, I would have gone about this a much different way. There is absolutely no way that you would catch me provoking them like this. There's absolutely no way.
Come down. Help us find Summer.
We want to help find your daughter.
Where is Summer?
All we want to do is find this and end this, please.
Absolutely obnoxious. Now, this is them just being tired. These are lazy people who are not willing to put in any real work. But I guarantee you, at some point, they had some sort of a powwow where they were like, we're getting all kinds of backlash. We're getting all kinds of backlash because people donated money to us. We came out here and we protested in front of their house, and we protested in front of the TBI headquarters, and there was nobody to protest to, and we looked like fools. And every time we went live, we looked like fools. We look like idiots. Everyone thinks that we look like idiots right now. So we got to do something drastic. So they make a second trip out here in front of the house.
Hey, Don Wells, come down.
We have some dog
You know you can
food.
hear us, Don Wells. We are here.
And their plan is, let's bring some dog food. We're going to bring dog food for the dogs because they think that they don't think so, but they act like the dogs are being mistreated. And I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'm willing to bet that they've been watching these other channels, including mine, including Crude AF, including Burnt Toast, and most importantly, they've been watching Kraken Cases, because Kraken Cases they see as competition. Kraken Cases doesn't see them as competition. They see Kraken Cases as competition, because Kraken Cases are actually doing the right thing and they're winning everybody over. And the only reason they're winning everybody over because that's not what they're doing. They're not trying to win anybody over. That's what they're trying to do. That's not their MO here. They're trying to help find Summer. That's all they're trying to do. And since they see them as competition, they're studying them and saying, well, what are they doing that we're not doing right? And then they overheard their live earlier where they were talking about, we brought a 35-pound bag of dog food over there because they're good dogs. They're pretty dogs. And they're like, you know what? Let's go to Walmart. Let's get some dog food and go back. Maybe they'll talk to us. Because they also probably heard Cam say, hey, I talked to Don earlier, he seemed okay, blah, blah, blah. Go back and watch Cam's live from earlier, Cam and Allie's live from earlier, and you'll see, they were in high spirits. They had all kinds of support, but he hasn't trashed. Now, I want to be clear about this. Cam and Allie have not trash talked these people, not once. They haven't said anything negative about them. They've acted like good Christians this entire time. Now, I separate myself from that only because it's from a humble place. I'm not a religious person. I don't get to consider myself a good Christian, but I know good Christians when I see them. And Cam and Allie are absolutely good Christians. They absolutely are. And this is one example where good works. Having a good heart works. Having a good heart is something that people see. Let me see that real quick. These dogs are very healthy, and that's probably right, Claire. I didn't even think about that. They are healthy. You said that you saw that they were healthy. It's I got the impression you were just trying to do the right thing. And I have no reason to doubt that at all. But here they go. It's Saturday. Everybody's mad at us. We're wasting our time, blah, blah, blah. I can only imagine what's going through their heads. Now I'm speculating here, but I can only imagine where they're at because they're getting a lot of hate. And people are wondering where their money's going. People who funded this ridiculous trip, they're wondering, where's their money going? And it's a valid question. So they're not giving up. Let's go harass them some more.
They know the child abuse. Why aren't you out there looking for Summer?
All we want to do is find your
Out
baby.
there looking for Summer. Justice for Summer Wells. Don Wells, I saw you outside. I knew you hear me.
Now this
Can you
gets
come
interesting.
outside? We have
Come
some
out.
dog food for
Come
you.
out. Why do you abuse animals up there? Why do you abuse...
Now, Molly Golightly's over here going, we have some dog food for you. Like she's going to lure him out with dog food. Like they're treating this dude like he's some sort of hostage taker in a bunker, and he's just a guy just trying to like live his life in his home quietly and deal with the problems in his family, problems that he may have caused. Fair enough. But he's just trying to deal with them. He hasn't been charged with anything. He hasn't, he's been charged with a DUI. He's been charged with violating probation. But he hasn't done anything regarding Summer Wells, regarding his 5-year-old daughter that's missing.
Children, Don Wells. Huh? We're here.
Can you come down and face us? 5
Shame
minutes.
on you, Wells. Shame on you, Don Wells. Shame on you, Candace. Where's Summer? What did you do with Summer? What did you do with Summer, Don?
And they're accusing this man. They're accusing this man without any evidence, nothing. They're accusing him with no evidence at all whatsoever. We're talking about a dipshit who is the most gutless motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Like, if I've ever seen a more gutless motherfucker on the internet, it's this guy.
Don Wills, what do you do with Summer? Where is Summer Wills?
Summer's life now.
Because what they're trying to do is elicit a response. They're trying to elicit a response. And the way to elicit a response by people like these people, right? The way to elicit a response is to push. Press. Poke. That's the only way for these people to elicit any type of response. And the only tactic that they have is to elicit a response. That is literally the only tactic they have, to elicit a response. And to only do it by poking. You do that to any animal on the face of this earth. From a wasp, an insect, to a human being. On the scale of evolution. Poke. It is the most cowardly method you could possibly take.
We only care about the whereabouts of your child.
Again.
We've asked you to help us many times. You keep rejecting us. Silence is also an answer.
You told me you couldn't come to church today because your back was
Now
out.
let me address Molly Goes Shitty's little comment there. She's saying silence is an answer. And she thinks she's so genius. She thinks she's a poet by coming up with that, right? Silence is an answer, right? And she's only taking that by the experience with the Gabby Petito case. Now, in all fairness, it applies to the Gabby Petito case. Brian Laundrie's family, they shut up, they lawyered up, but it was obvious that they knew things. It was obvious that they knew things. They knew, right? So, but silence being an answer doesn't apply to them because they have cooperated with law enforcement. These people have been anything but silent. These are the most vocal people in a high-profile case that I have ever seen. In all of the cases that I've ever covered, Don and Candace Wells have been the most vocal people I have ever seen in a crime case that has been made public in a high-profile manner. So that statement does not apply to them. And to say that it does, well, you know, you're saying that, but they're being silent towards you. And the reason why Don is being silent towards them is because they victimized him. They took advantage of him. They manipulated him. They took advantage of his weaknesses, which was he has substance abuse issues. Whatever they are. I don't know exactly what they are. I know alcohol is one of them. Okay. But they took advantage of that. And the fact is what they don't realize is in a court of law, a person could sit there and say, hey, I was really drunk. If you put him on the stand and say, hey, I don't even remember saying that. I don't know why I said that. I was drunk. A jury's going to go, they might be split 6 and 6 out of 12, right? They might go, you know what? Like 6 of them might be like, well, you know what? The truth comes out when you're drinking. And then the other 6 might be like, well, you know what? I've drank so many times that You know what I mean? Where I've said shit just because I said it, just because I was mad. You know, doesn't mean that it was the truth. And then guess what? There's a lock. Nobody can come to some sort of agreement. And that's why someone who drinks and whatever they say in a jury, in a court of law, is not credible. It's dismissed.
How in the world are you able to be walking around your property when you can't even go to church?
I think you should go.
Why?
Did you see that?
We got
Now,
food down here.
let me point this out, because Crude AF, he went live earlier and he showed footage because they deleted it. Because they got so much criticism for it, but Crude AF proved it. He showed it and proved it. These people had the audacity, the fucking nerve to show up to a congregation to worship God and desecrate it with this bullshit. And that makes me mad. Now, you might be sitting here saying, oh, well, you know, Claire, you're not very Christian talking like that and and making all these cuss words and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm not a religious guy. I'm not. But I respect everyone's method of worship. I respect everyone's reason for worship. I respect everyone's religious rights, everyone's religious freedoms, everyone's religious beliefs. Because I got no problem with the teachings of Jesus Christ. I got no problem with them. I never have. I'm not going to get into a theological thing here, but there's nothing negative about the teachings of Jesus Christ. Nobody can argue that with me. Ever. And when you go and you desecrate a meeting place for people who choose to spend their lives celebrating that, to do this dirty, dirty shit, it's infuriating. It's infuriating to me, because they're looking at it like, oh, well, we're trying to look like we're trying to find justice and blah, 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 blah. No, you're not. You're disrespecting everyone in that congregation and what they're there to do. You have no respect for anybody's need to get closer to what they consider to be God. And the fact that they have no understanding of that, the fact that they have no desire to relate to that in any way, shape, or form, tells me that these are bad, bad people. Bad people. Empty, soulless people. I was so mad because I didn't realize until later that people were in my chat telling me, yo, they're live and they're at the church. While I was live, they were live at the church, and they took a spy pen in the church and spied on people while they were just trying to get closer to what they consider to be God. And I can't think of anything more disgusting than that. I honestly can't. Like, people who are just doing their best they can to have a relationship with what they don't understand of what is so shitty in this world, but having faith in the idea that it's not so shitty. and coming together and having that in common. To disrespect that is the lowest fucking thing I can think of. Disgusting.
For your dogs. We got snacks down here for your dogs.
Why are you shooting at us?
You all think Olivia's still an innocent little girl? Look at her. You all think that Olivia's still an innocent little girl, people? You think that she's just this innocent little babe in the woods in this whole thing still? Come on, man. She knows what she's doing.
We want to know where you put Summer Wells. You need to ask Candace. Where did she put Summer Wells? What did you do with her? We know you weren't at work all day. Being on you.
Mom.
I don't give a shit who you are. You are
All right.
You have supported my grandmother.
Let's talk. Let's listen to this guy real quick. Okay. Let's listen to this guy real quick because this is where things get really, really interesting. This is a neighbor. Okay. This is a neighbor. This is a member of the Rogersville community. And he had guts. He came up and he was just like, I'm going to put a stop to this right now.
I don't give a shit who you are. You all have got.
He's mad. He's like, I don't give a shit who you are. I don't give a shit who you are.
You have supported my
Y'all need to leave.
Who?
She's having chest pains. This bullshit. It's done. We know what's going on.
So he's claiming that he has a grandmother at home with chest pains. He gets out of the car. He realizes he's seeing 4 people, right? He knows who they are. He understands. He lives in the community. You don't think the people in this community have been following? Because people have been harassing them for the past fucking almost 7 months. Of course he knows who they are. And they've been the biggest menace out of everybody. They're even sick of cops talking to them. And then these assholes are going to pull up and start fucking bothering everybody in their neighborhood. There's a certain pleasure that comes with living in a rural area. You're away from it all, man. You're away from it all. It's nice. It's quiet. And then these people who have no idea what life is like in an area like this, in an upbringing like this, they have no fucking idea what it's like. They're going to come around and just start fucking making noise, blowing bullhorns, fucking everybody's peace up.
I have no doubt in my mind that they're involved in it, but we're tired of it. Okay. Let the law do their thing. I'm ex-law enforcement. I know the guys that's working the case.
See, I love this guy because he got out of the car pissed as hell. Pissed as hell. He saw 4 people. He realized who they were, and he was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I gotta say to get him the fuck out of here. Whatever I gotta say, I'm gonna say it to get him out of here. And he's saying, listen, I'm gonna give them whatever answers they want. Whatever answers it takes, whatever answers that they want. This is not a dumb guy. I know the guys in the TBI, he's saying. He's like, I know. They're shady people. I get it. But you can't be here.
Let them do their job. That's all I ask.
Let the TBI do their job. See, I love this guy. I love this guy. Because he's saying what all of us have been saying. Nobody's saying they're innocent. Nobody's sitting up here saying that Don and Candace are innocent. Nobody knows. He's saying, let the TI do their job. He's on the same page with the rest of us. Let the TBI do their job. He just said those words. Let the TBI do their job.
Come up here. You've been over at the cemetery where my family's buried at.
You've been over to the cemetery where my family's been buried at. He just said that. Those words just came out of his mouth. You've been to the cemetery where my family's buried at. He knows exactly who they are, what they've been doing. They've been doing nothing but disrespecting. Now, this is a small community. You don't think the word got around about them showing up to the church while they were trying to congregate and worship together? Because I guarantee you that happened. I guarantee you that the word got around after these people showed up and disrespected their service, their worship service. I guarantee you that word got around and everybody was pissed. They felt disrespected. They felt belittled. They felt disregarded. They felt used. And this guy's sick of it. You showed up at church, you showed up and disrespected the graveyard where my family is buried. I talked about this a long time ago, since the first time they went over to Rogersville and disrespected this community. Disrespected Don's parents' grave. This guy's expressing the fact that they didn't only disrespect Don's parents' grave, they disrespected everyone's grave in that graveyard.
We're tired of it.
He's tired of it.
Vehicles and leave. If not, I will call a law.
See, he was nice enough to not even call. He was like, if you don't leave, I'll call the law. Get in your vehicles and leave. You know what that is, people? That is somebody who doesn't have a malicious heart. That is somebody with a Christian heart. I'm going to go take care of this myself, but I'm going to do it peacefully. I'm going to try to reason with them. Now, I'm ready to do whatever I got to do, but I'm going to try to reason with them. Let them know, if you don't leave, I'm going to call the law. I'm going to let you know why I'm upset. You disrespected my congregation. You disrespected my family's burial place. But if you don't leave, I'm going to call the law. He could have already called the law. Could have already done that. And how many of us, type of one, let's be honest here. Type of one, if you would have actually loved to see these 4 people get hauled off in handcuffs. And I'm asking you to be honest with yourselves, not me. Be honest with yourselves. All I need you to do is type 1-1, not 1,000 of them. I'm just saying. Do you understand the point I'm trying to make here? Do you understand the point I'm trying to make here? Because I promise you, nobody wants to see them hauled off in their heart. In their heart. Nobody wants to see them hauled off in handcuffs more than that guy right there that just pulled up and took matters into his own hands. Nobody does more than him. And his actions were the Christian way to go.
Yeah. And I appreciate your opinion. All right. Thank you. Hopefully, get answers. You don't get no answers, man. Absolutely not. No, they're not allowed on our property. We don't go in there. You live right there. My grandmother. Yeah. So they drove around. No disrespect. I just got through putting more cameras up. So if anybody's up through there, we will be prosecuted by court.
Yeah, he's letting them know. I got cameras up. We know who you are. I got cameras up. Anybody who comes through there is going to be prosecuted. He has the right to shoot him. This is an open carry state, people. He has the right to shoot him. They're up there harassing him. They're threatening. There is evidence online. People, there is evidence online. Even the stuff that they deleted, there is a slew of YouTube creators that recorded it before they had the chance to delete it. And they are considered threats. I promise you that. They can absolutely be construed as threats and would be prosecuted. And it would be justified if somebody shot them. The court of law. I promise you that.
I respect what y'all doing, but it's been almost, 8 months now, 9 months?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love that answer. He's just said, I respect what you all are doing, but it's been almost 8 months, 9 months? It's been almost 7. It's been almost 7. On the 15th of this month, it'll be 7 months. On the 15th of this month, it'll be 7 months. This dude just expressed, to me at least, the way that I'm interpreting it. It's been almost 8 months, 9 months? It feels like forever to this guy. Imagine, just take a second and use your common sense and try to imagine the shit that this guy who lives close by to the Wells property has been dealing with. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat, but I'll do that. Cracking Cases has earned my respect enough. Look for that comment, Lynn Carter. Do that real quick. Oh, I'm sure. Cracking Cases, you got my email. Send that to me, please. I'm already appalled, man. And man, I love you guys, what you guys do. You guys are you're the example of patience that I need. Because I don't have your patience.
6.5.
I know Ronnie's he's got leads. Leslie Earhart from TBI. She's not releasing anything. So please, just go on, let them do their job. It's turning into another Evelyn. We don't need that.
So what happened there was JLR. This is what I find interesting. Let's break down. Now, I'm not a mental health professional, but I know assholes like JLR. And what's going on here? He went up there. This guy came up in a threatening manner, not in a violently threatening manner, just saying, hey, listen, if you guys don't leave, like he's expressing the fact that he's sick and tired of all of this. And he's like, if you guys don't leave, I'm going to call the law. You guys got to get out of here. I'm sick of it. My grandmother is having heart pains and you guys are causing a ruckus and we're sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of people coming through here. We're sick and tired of you clout chasers coming through here and messing with our lives. We're tired of it. And that can come off as somewhat threatening. So JLR, his little manipulative ass is like, oh, well, hey, listen, we're just coming out here and we're trying to be this and we're trying to be that, blah, 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 blah. But this guy's not stupid and he sees it. And he's like, okay, but listen, okay, since we're reasoning with each other, let me reason with you. And then he says the same exact thing that all of us have been saying online, that this asshole refuses to listen to, that the other 3 assholes with him refuse to listen to. Let the TBI do their fucking jobs.
I ask you to sleep. Very nice.
Okay, well, we're bringing some dog food and we're going to leave right there.
To leave. We're don't give a shit about your dog food. Nobody gives a shit about your dog food.
said she drove like a bat out of hell. He had it here on the June.
My name's Jonathan.
I'm Donald Church.
My name's
I'm Andra. Nice to meet
Glad to meet
you. Thank you.
no.
Molly.
But all it's going to do is it's going to create more problems up here.
Just shot.
Oh, well, and
Exactly. All it's going to do is create more problems. Thank God for this guy. Thank God for this guy coming up here and being the voice of reason. Thank God that he saw JLR's manipulation tactics and all it did was feed his Christian heart. That's exactly what happened here, people. JLR's bullshit heart, his soul, his voided soul inspired this guy's Christian heart to be a voice of reason and say, hey, listen, all you're doing is causing problems. Just please leave.
he ain't afraid to shoot people. We've got shootings up in here. That's why I'm armed. Because I don't know who's down here. If he comes that person,
Said, I'm armed. That's why I'm armed. Telling you people, this is Tennessee. And this is the Tennessee. That Tennessee is much different than the Tennessee that I live in. It's not too much different because that still goes on here. But I promise you, it is to the 10th power in that part of Tennessee. I promise you that.
and if people live right up here, so shooting, I'll put them back.
So
These two don't get along.
Oh.
I'm surprised he hasn't blamed them yet.
Well, he has.
Oh, yes.
He's blamed everybody
is
up
that
down the
Andy
collar.
up there?
Who?
Andy or
Yeah.
is that, yeah.
Is the woman up?
Oh, she's gone. He run her off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, these guys here. Have you ever like?
The lady that used to live up here, all she do is harass everybody. She come to the property up here, harassed us. I ended up drawing my gun on her. Yeah, so leave. I wasn't putting up with it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But now, he has blamed Fred,
yeah.
Yes.
and Fred done put the word up to him. You say my name again, and he'll kill him.
Yeah,
Fred
because
shot a man right here in this room.
he's the one that I was talking to when he dropped his name.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I know.
all right. Well,
Yeah,
Hello?
we'll go on our way.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
gonna
All
try
right,
to-
I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you.
See, this is a smart dude. See, right now, these idiots, they're celebrating, right? They're celebrating. But this guy's not stupid. He gave them exactly what they were hoping to get. He gave these dogs a bone. He just tossed them a bone. He said, oh, you know what? Yeah. And he run her off and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Like anything to get them to go, yeah, exactly. Yes. Don's evil. Okay, you agree with us. Don's evil. This is all we needed. We're out of here. And it worked. And it absolutely worked.
You coming out dialogue.
But do you know Candace had threatened some people that she was going to shoot them, blow their fucking head off? Do you know? You wouldn't put it past her. Yeah.
I mean, if everything's been going on, people's been blaming going on, it wouldn't surprise me from shoot.
Whatever it takes you the fuck out of here, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past her. Sure. Yeah, just get in your car, get out of here.
Do you want to help me with this?
Yeah.
Grab this.
Oh, you heard?
Leave it by the mailbox, so it's not going to the property.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be
Yep.
back.
Thank you.
It's not like that yesterday.
The mailbox.
No. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow.
I'm still coming back tomorrow.
That's for tomorrow.
One bag.
Just in case. That's for tomorrow.
And they're still not planning on leaving.
Put some sheets.
All right.
He's shooting at us. Oh,
Sorry, guys.
All right. safe night.
Thank you.
See you again. Be back.
All right, Cam, you just sent
No.
that to me. All right, give me 1 second, buddy.
Let the law handle it. He can't stand him. The law can't stand the
Started
neighbors.
shooting at us. He started shooting at us.
Interesting.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's because you're fucking idiots. Like, it's Tennessee, stupid. I've been saying this since you guys had the idea to come to Tennessee. Somebody's gonna shoot at you.
Stand out and connect with customers on Google by
I've been
claiming your
saying.
free business profile. You can easily edit your hours, accept bookings,
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up whatever Cam just. Dude, that shit is infuriating, man. That dude said whatever he had to say, and they're celebrating, acting like they got a piece of meat. Stupid morons. Sorry, my computer's a little slow, guys. Apparently, it's real slow. All right, here we go. All right, yeah, you're right. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. All right, so I'm getting requests from the chat to not show this. I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna take that as a point of caution. So I'm gonna listen to it and then I'll comment on it. Okay. I'm sorry I can't share this with you guys. Okay. I just want to respect because I trust my chat. So I'm just gonna play this and listen. So what I'm looking at is they're sitting in the pews like they're part of the congregation. They're in the church. And Molly Golightly has a spy pen out. This is disgusting. This is infuriating right now. You know, my mother's a religious woman. I'm imagining my mother being in this congregation. It makes me sick. Oh my God. She's filming that little girl. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That little girl knows too. She knows. And her mom is holding her. Her mom is comforting her right now. That little girl knows she's being filmed. She knows that there's fucking evil next to her. Molly Golightly, you're such a piece of shit. I'm gonna be fucking sick. And she's filming the girl. She's keeping the camera on the little girl. And the mom is just focused on her worship. And that's not a bad thing. She's in the right place to do that. She's in the right place to do that. She's comforting her little girl. That's Robin. That's his Robin is summer Sunday school teacher, right? That's who that was. Thank you guys for warning me to not show that. Thank you guys for that. God, I have the best chat in the world, man. I swear. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys. If I keep going, I'm going to say things that I'm going to be really, I might regret. And I don't want to do that. Guys, I'm going to call it. This last couple minutes that I'm gonna run this stream. I'm gonna acknowledge the fact that I'm just really, really, really grateful for you guys. Please, and I'm serious about this. Do not send me any super chats, no donations, nothing like that. I don't want that for this. Please do not. Please respect my wishes. Do not do that. Okay? I mean that with all my heart. I wish I would have turned them off. Just don't do it, okay? Just don't do it, because I'm going to feel like shit if you guys do that. Just keep this, just exactly. Throw prayer hands up. Throw prayer hands up. Do that. You know, and if you're Christian, throw prayer hands up for Molly Golightly and these people. You know I've said some malicious things about them. As far as my feelings about them, very insulting things, but seeing that level of grossness, Yeah, only God can help them, because I do believe in God. I don't follow, you know, I don't follow religion so much, but I have my own relationship with God. I'm proud of my relationship with God and who I consider to be God. I do. So just please put up prayer hands for Robin and that little girl. That was disgusting. Molly Golightly absolutely exploited that little child for views, for content. That was disgusting. That was the most disgusting thing I've seen on YouTube yet. Each time I do this, I find something that they do more and more disgusting. Thank you for sending me that, Cam. I really appreciate it. Thank you for that. And if a creator, I mean, do what your heart tells you to do, but that needs to be exposed, because I can't show the proof. But for morality reasons, I can't show the proof of how disgusting what I just saw was. Guys, I love you very much. I'm going to call this, man, because I can't do this another minute, man. I love you guys. And I appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much. And I mean your moral support. Thank you so much. And we'll do this again very soon, my friends.